So, good afternoon to all of you. I'm very happy to be part of this wonderful workshop. I will talk about nurses and social security measures in India. Just as an introduction, I would like to explain to you what is social security as such. As every human being, they are entitled to have a social security. It's a fundamental human right. In fact, if you see any international human rights document like ICCPR, UDHR, ICSR, you can find a reference. Social security is a right, fundamental human right. And even if you see our Indian Constitution as a part of Article 21, as a part of Directive Principles, Indian judiciary also established social security as a fundamental right. That means everyone in this society in India is entitled to enjoy the benefit of social security. So in that context, I will be speaking about whether nurses as a professionals entitled to have any sort of social security measures. Now, when we talk about social security measures, these are the components like healthcare protection, then old age or retirement protection, life and disability insurances, maternity and child care benefits, rural job guarantee, food security. These are the components of any social security measures. Now, all of them are not applicable to nurses, but this is in general, these are the components. Now, when we talk specifically to nurses, to what extent social security measures are available to them, I would like to classify nurses into two categories. One is nurses working in government sector, and second is nurses working in private sector, private hospitals, clinics, etc. So we need to classify nurses into two categories. Now regarding nurses working in government sector, there are large number of labor and industrial legislations, starting from our PF, then Maternity Benefit Act, Industrial Disputes Act. All these legislations are there to protect them. And recently we have our Code on Social Security 2020, though it is not yet notified, very soon it will be notified. That means those nurses working in government sector are well protected. Their starting salary itself is more than 35,000. That's a scale. So they are well protected like any other government servant. Whatever benefits are available to a government servant, they are also entitled to get that. PF is there, different pension schemes are there, gratuity is there, maternity benefit is there, ESI hospitals are there, ESI legislation is there to provide various other sort of benefits. Then some other schemes are also there. So these are all I am talking about government nurses working in government hospitals. The reason is they are qualifying the status of government servants. Okay. Now just I will show you what are those measures available to government sector nurses. You can see pension is there, employment provident fund scheme is there. Three different schemes are there. The employees EPF fund scheme, then EPS is there, pension scheme, then deposit linked insurance scheme is there. These are the three schemes which was established and administered by EPFO, Employment Provident Fund Office. Then there are other schemes also, or in other words, these schemes provides protection like pension during superannuation or disability, widow's pension scheme is there, children's pension is there, orphan's pension is there. So these are all provided in the legislation which is available to a nurse working in government hospital, irrespective of anything else. Now they have ESI legislation that is also applicable to them. That contains benefits like medical benefit, sickness benefit, maternity benefit, dependence benefit, disablement benefit, even death benefit is also there. For a funeral and everything, some expenses they will get. Then this vocational physical rehabilitation is there, old age medical care is there, like that so many benefits are there. Now other than those specific benefits mentioned under ESI Act, there are certain schemes also developed by our central government, like this Rajiv Gandhi Shramik Kalyan Yojana. This is unemployment allowance. Suppose a person is employed in a government sector, subsequently he loses his job, then some sort of protection he will get. That is what this scheme. Then another scheme is Adal Bimit Vyakti Kalyan Yojana. This is also there. Then for central government staff, those nurses working in central government hospitals or institutions, they are entitled to have CGHS. There is a special scheme, and CGHS will cover everything. Their health related all matters will be covered by CGHS. And in our Kerala state government, for government employees, Kerala state government has introduced Medisub. It's a insurance scheme wherein you can avail medical treatment free of cost from a certain empaneled hospital, and even if you are taking, you will get a reimbursement also. That Medisub scheme is there. Group insurance scheme is there, GIS. Then state life insurance is there. That is also established by Kerala government. Now, other than that, we have disability benefits. Those hospitals which are covered under Employees Compensation Act. As per that, the nurses are entitled to get disability benefits. Then maternity benefit. As you all know how maternity benefit act will work. So that is applicable to a nurse working in a government hospital. Payment of gratuity. Gratuity is also available. Now coming the question, nurses working in private sector. So why I showed all that things regarding government sector. With respect to government sector nurses, I don't find any problem. The reason is they are having the title or they are having the position similar to a government servant. And like any other government servant in India, they are also getting benefits. Now, one problem is there. There are several institutions, they have made certain modifications in these schemes and everything. Thereby, some of the government hospitals may apply these rules in a different way. That is the only problem. But all in all, in total, all the government nurses are entitled to get all those benefits. Now coming to private sector nurses or nurses working in private sector, I would say Indian law does not consider them at all. That means under Indian labor legislation, they are not included. Even our latest wage codes, latest social security codes or other codes will not cover private nurses. What an unfortunate situation. Large number of nurses are working in private sector, but none of the law gives any status to them. Do we find any law where nurses are covered? Private hospital nurses? Regarding social security, regarding employment, none of the law is applicable to them. That is a sad situation. Now, in that, I could see one special or specific measure regarding social security to nurses working in private hospitals. That is introduced by TNAI. That is an organization, Trained Nurses Association of India. They have introduced a insurance scheme around 3 years back. That is, those who are members to that, they will get 10 lakhs assured claim in case of accidental death. So only to members, those who are joined in Trained Nurses Association. There is no other payment or anything. Directly, once you will become member of that, you will get that insurance. But I don't know how exactly that is functioning otherwise, but that provision is there. In the absence of that, I can tell you in India or in Kerala, we don't have any other social security measures available to nurses working in private hospitals. That's a very unfortunate situation. Now, in the absence of that, we can think about certain social security measures available to common man, because nurses are also part of common man. So that social security measures a nurse can also utilize for securing their life. That is what Adult Pension Yojana. This is something which anybody can take off. Anybody can be part of it. So a nurse can also be part of it. It's a general social security measure established by central government. So a nurse can also be part of it. So this is very well they can utilize Adal Pension Yojana. Other than Adal Pension Yojana, like PMSYM, Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandan Yojana. This is another thing which is applicable to every common man. Nurses can also utilize. Another scheme is Aam Aadmi Bima Yojana. This is also available. These are all insurance schemes and pension schemes. So in case of any problem, health issues, you will get some coverage, and after some time you will get pension. That's what these schemes proposes. Then we have PMJJBY. Some of you might be part of it. If you have a bank account, every year they will deduct a small amount like 330 rupees, and that will give you some 2 lakhs rupees coverage as insurance. Then we have Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. This is also like that. Only 12 rupees they will deduct from your account, and even a nurse can also utilize. Then Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. This also you can utilize. This is very interesting. They won't charge any premium or anything. Once you will take an account, you will get a RuPay card. Those who are having a RuPay card as ATM, that is coming with an insurance scheme. How you know that? Those who are holding that, you remember you are having an insurance coverage of rupees 1 lakh. But only in case of some accidental death or something, not for other things. Then we have state government's insurance schemes. That is also available for common man, but nurse can also utilize. Awas health insurance schemes are there. Karunya health scheme is there. This is introduced by Kerala government. Like Kerala government, several other state governments were also introduced to some social security measures. These are all state-wise social security measures, either for pension or for insurance coverage. Now the problem. See, I said nurses working in private hospitals are not covered under any law. They don't have a legal status at all. If you see those who are working as rat pickers, those who are working in those who are self-employed, those who are working as housemaids, their issues, they are being covered by legislations. But nurses working in private hospitals are not covered. Why? Because if you see the latest Social Security Code 2020, this is going to be enforced very soon. There is a definition for social security in that. Section 2, clause 78. You can see to whom this protection is afforded. Afforded to employees, unorganized workers, gig workers, platform workers. Now, who is this employees here? Employees means a person who is working in less than 10 member company or institution. If you are working in a place where more than 10 members are there, you are out of this legislation. Then unorganized workers, that means self-employed workers, not nurses. Then gig workers, they are doing some online activities, and platform workers. Now that means this legislation also not covering nurses working in private sector. Now take the case of a nurse. What are the areas or when a nurse requires social security measures? Either at the time of disability or at the time of occupational diseases or unemployment. Who will protect them? When there is a disability, who will protect if it is a private nurse? Suppose while performing her service, she suffers some disability. Who will compensate? Employees Compensation Act will not compensate. Now there are some private hospitals, they are having their own schemes. Like I heard, KIMS hospitals, they are having a particular scheme to protect nurses against accidents. I don't know much details about that, only heard information. Likewise, individual hospitals may give some compensation or something. That too, not as a matter of right, it is their charity. Now there are so many occasions, there are so many dangers like occupational diseases nurses can get. Now if anybody contracts such a disease and goes out of the job, who will protect? Nothing is there to protect. If that nurse is working in a government hospital, then comes ESA Act will come. Then comes our Employees Compensation Act. Like that, legislations are there to protect. But if a nurse working in a private sector, she won't get any benefit. So it's a very sad situation, and I am sure this will be highlighted by nurses organization and everything, and the other people like this platform, and accordingly the government will amend this legislation, and thereby they may add nurses also as a separate category, because otherwise they are not represented anywhere or protected anywhere. So with that hope, I would like to conclude. Thank you.